see that picture of Tom Brady with his like teenage son like sitting on his lap?
If my son's like 20, I'm not gonna kiss him on the forehead. Be like, I love you so much.
Oh,
No, right. You kiss him on the lips because you're a good dad.
right.
Yeah.
What was that? That was just a peck.
Yeah. Well, I didn't grow up with an iPad like you.
I didn't have an iPad. I had a sat phone.
Did you?
Yeah.
That'd be fucking sweet.
How long do you think you could survive on an island?
Have you seen those phones that work literally anywhere in the world? Did you see Mr. Beast cured 1,000 people's blindness?
My mommy makes me use a ladybug phone.
Do you think you'd ever go cave diving?
There's no good way to do it. There's no way to not look primal when you're eating a corn on the cob. You know what I mean?
All your searches are probably saved somewhere. Do you like look up like these things on YouTube? 10-hour videos of nudes?
I've never seen that either.
I know what you're talking about.
What's the next question you got?
I saw this story a couple weeks ago. We haven't had a chance to talk to about it, but I saw this story that kind of blew my mind. That I wanted to see what you guys thought about it. NBA YoungBoy has 2 children on the way right now from 2 different women. They'll be his 11th and 12th child, and he's 23 years old.
Damn.
Now, I saw that, and you have to wonder, are any of those kids going to have a good relationship with their father?
No.
Probably not.
Nope.
Probably not.
Also, I don't know how old he was when he had his first kid. It had to be like 16, 17. Like if just like the math checks out.
Well, unless it was like with a bunch of different women, then I mean he could have.
It definitely
10
was.
in
I
a
think
week.
it's like 7 or 8 different women.
Is that said anywhere?
Okay,
How
then
old
he
his
might-
youngest kid is, or oldest kid?
Yeah, probably. Let's see.
Either this guy like wants to be popping them out, or he's like super fertile, or he just doesn't give a fuck.
It sounds like he doesn't give a fuck. Like,
Dude, after
I think-
11 or 12,
I think after your third,
Why?
you'd have to be like, all right, I gotta stop.
Yeah.
But you
Does
can do
he
your
keep
third
up
three.
with them at all?
I don't know.
Like, are they just like
Probably not. I mean, he's out
single
there still
moms?
making music and
Right.
touring. Like, there's no way he's visiting every house.
It's kind of like what Elon Musk does, doesn't he? Doesn't he kind of just impregnate a bunch of women?
Yeah,
yeah, because
I feel like that's
like
different.
like
It's a little. It's not that much different, but it's different in the fact that NBA YoungBoy's like a kid,
Yeah,
Yeah.
literally our age.
you know,
Yeah.
Well, I think their ideology
and he's
behind
blowing
it's
money
different.
on like chains and stuff. Like, he's not like. How much do you think child support is for him? It's got to be a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he also has how much fucking money. It just doesn't matter to him.
I don't know how much money he has.
I mean, considering Kelly Clarkson has 2 kids and pays child support as of now of $43,000 for those 2 kids per month. If he has 12 kids, say he even pays half of that, that's insane.
How do you know about Kelly Clarkson's like child payments?
I read it today.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Just coincidentally?
Okay, well, when he was 18, he had 4 children already.
Damn.
I mean, it's not really our place to talk, but like we're the same age as him, so
Right.
I feel like that's pretty irresponsible.
Yeah, thinking about like if we had 11 kids, Jesus.
I mean, he probably does have like the financial means to support them, but it's still just like kind of you're not like in those kids' lives.
No,
Completely.
Dude, you can't. No,
There's no
you
way.
cannot spend quality time with
Yeah.
all 12
Yeah, it's a
of them.
shitty thing to do.
And I think I also saw that like 2 of his baby mamas got in like a fight, like cops got called, someone got hurt. So if you have even that going on, that's just toxic.
No, that's crazy. I can't even imagine having like 5 kids, let alone 12.
I mean,
imagine having,
well,
like,
at
4,
our
that's
age,
still
Dude,
a
I
lot.
couldn't
at
even.
our age,
I
At our
could.
age, 2 is a lot.
I couldn't imagine having 1 kid right now.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I could handle it, but 4 would be impossible. Like, I cannot imagine. 12.
Do you think times have changed like dramatically in the past like even century about the age of having a kid, like the responsibility? Do you think we put expectations on people, younger people, or they put expectations on younger people back then and they were actually ready for them, and now like in our age we aren't ready for them, but so we don't have kids? Like, just that doesn't make any sense, does it?
Wait, the expectations
Like
now are
do you
higher?
do you think they had kids whenever they were younger back in the day, because they were actually ready for it, or because it was expected of them, as compared to
Oh,
today?
I think it was kind of expected to have a lot of children. I mean, I don't know how long you talking, like 50s?
Thought, yeah, even that, yeah. Because like my grandfather, I think he was 18 whenever he had like 4 kids.
Yeah.
So.
I think it was expected to have a lot of kids. Like you were always seeing big families back then.
But definitely wasn't looked down upon, especially how it is today.
When you have no kids?
But no, when you have a bunch of kids at like
Oh,
18,
yeah,
19,
definitely.
people nowadays are like, yo, what the fuck? What are you doing with
Well,
all
yeah,
these kids back like in the
definitely,
50s,
yeah.
60s? They're like, oh, great.
They help
They
mow the
help,
grass.
yeah.
And
Yeah, exactly. They
Out
were like, oh,
field.
that's great. Yeah, I don't know why like there's like a stigma behind younger people having kids. I mean, I understand because they don't take care of them. And I honestly feel like in today's world, kids are less mature at different ages. Like as like, say like an 18-year-old was decently mature in the 50s, an 18-year-old today probably isn't like, maybe like 75% is mature or something.
Right.
Like there has to be like a rate at which like the maturity level is declining.
It's also what kids are growing up with too.
That's true.
Like I hate to this day whenever I see like a young, like, I don't know, like 6-year-old like carrying an iPad and just like face glued to the screen and just like fucking chocolate icing dripping out of his mouth or some shit. I fucking hate that. It's like disgraceful to me because I didn't have any of that growing up at all.
Well, you know why it happens, in my opinion.
It's easy for the
Exactly. Yeah,
parents.
it's easy for parents just to give them an iPad and then be completely enthralled in it for hours on end and not have to give a shit about their kid. And I get it because like sometimes like my dog loves to be outside.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I'll just like put her outside and I'll be like, oh, okay. Like now I have free time after working 8, 9, 10 hours. Like I just want like a little bit of free time.
Yeah.
If I had a child, you don't have that fucking free time. So I understand why they give them an iPad. Still though, you can't do that because, I mean, you can, but
Yeah,
in my
but it'll change.
I
It'll
wouldn't.
shape them.
Yeah, I feel
Right.
like we haven't really gotten to an age where we can see how those kids turn out yet. But I'm curious to know like how that would affect their beings, like growing up with a screen in their face all the time.
Well, that's a perfect way to put it.
Yeah.
Like you're allowing somebody else to shape your child. Like even like that's originally what they were trying to do with like the school system. They were trying to like indoctrinate your children. That's why like they wanted less and less people to be homeschooled. Now it's so easy because I mean, they came up with an idea, give the kid an iPad, and now they can shape whatever like they want your child to be. There's some like sick videos out there too that like kids videos that are like, oh, go turn your oven on, like, and make sure like it doesn't. It's like these children videos on YouTube that people make.
Like the Cocomelon style type.
Did you ever see like the one video of like that my niece actually found it, but there was like stories on it that tells kids to go into their oven and like turn on like the knob like for gas stoves, so like it doesn't light but like the gas comes on, and kids were like doing this, like it'd be like like 15 minutes of Cocomelon and then like that would show up. It was creepy as
No,
fuck.
I know someone that almost died because of that. Because their
exactly.
younger,
That's what I'm saying.
her younger sibling saw one of those videos and like went and turned on the stovetop, and it was like in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
And it was luckily somebody smelled it and they like came down and shut it off, but like they could have all died like in that house.
Right.
And it was just because she saw this video where it's like, if you don't do this, you don't get presents this year or something.
Is that on like YouTube Kids or something?
I think
I don't know where she saw it. It was probably on regular YouTube, but I don't know. Who knows? Because I also have a cousin that's like her life is like the internet, like her iPad. Like she's always on her dad's phone, like calling people, like talking to people, and like, you know, family members. Mm-hmm. And there's no way, like, it doesn't matter how many restrictions you can put on like YouTube and like your search. You're definitely seeing like stuff that they shouldn't be seeing, you know?
Right. Yeah. I mean, even on YouTube Kids, there's no way they can like monetize and watch like every single video. You know what I mean? Like they can't watch like you can't have enough people to watch every single second. So I think that's why they're putting it like 20 minutes in. So people were maybe these like moderators were watching like 15 minutes worth and being like, okay, this is fine.
Yeah.
At 20 minutes
True.
that like popped up or something.
Well, I think they also have like an AI algorithm that kind of sifts through the videos, but
Makes
I mean, they
sense.
can only be so like you could probably get around those.
Because can you imagine like one of those like 10-hour long like videos.
Yeah.
And that, but they say in the title that there's like nudes or something. Well, now a manually operator like has to go through and sift through all that 10 hours worth just to see if there's a frame. So there's definitely like an AI or something that picks up like differences.
That could, definitely be defeated by.
Never heard about that. Do you like look up like these things on YouTube? 10-hour videos and nudes.
I've never seen that either.
I know what you're talking about.
What's the next question you got? No, I mean like stuff like 10-hour loop of Rickroll, you know, like Rick Astley or something.
Yeah.
Like stuff like that, like old school YouTube where they'd have like 10-hour loops of like.
Yeah, I know 10-hour loops. Yeah.
Like the He-Man singing Hey Ya, or something like that.
But they would sneak like a frame of.
Yeah, but people would claim like someone would report the video and claim that there was nudity in it. So then like a moderator had to manually sift through it all to see if there was anything.
Were you a moderator? But like just like on your like your own accord?
No.
You saw the comment.
You were like,
fuck.
I did it for the good of the internet. I was
Okay.
like, I was like a vigilante on the
Yeah.
internet.
Just watching 10-hour videos. Oh, that's it. I'm reporting.
No, it's like a different type of scumbag to just report a video that was. Well, again, they don't do that anymore, so they definitely have AI that does it. Picks up differences in frames or volume or words even. I mean, when we upload our videos, like we have to go through like a checking process or something to pick up any copyright stuff or something like that. I'm sure it's similar to that.
Well, they also had a thing called YouTube Heroes. You remember that? I don't know if they still have it, but
That's familiar.
it was this thing where they made. You could be like anybody could be a moderator, and you could like level up it with like a point system by like flagging inappropriate videos and or adding captions, subtitles.
Yeah, a bunch of people got flack for it, and then
Yeah, I think YouTube got a lot of flack for it because it can be easily abused. Like,
right, yeah,
you
so
level up by flagging videos, like everyone's just gonna flag everything.
exactly. Yeah, I remember like some of the old school YouTubers, like Ray William Johnson. Like a lot of his videos got flagged, and he started like an uprising.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that was for YouTube Heroes, but it was something along those lines of like getting flagged and stuff.
Yeah, I think that was during like one of the adpocalypse, where just no one could make any money.
That's around the time that like videos had to start being over 10 minutes, isn't it? Because like videos were always like short, quick stuff. Then like you have to be over a certain time limit to get ad revenue. So they'd always be people would just like put less quality and just more quantity into the videos.
Yeah, that's when you start like every video was 10 minutes and 12 seconds.
That's why people stream now, especially like gaming YouTubers that would put these like funny videos that were like less than 10 minutes because they were edited heavily and stuff, and people loved them. And then they're like, okay, yeah, you have to have them longer than 10 minutes now. So now it's less quality, or they'll just stream instead.
Yeah,
it sucks. Took a lot of creativity out of like people that had fun with editing and stuff, because they have to either sit there for days editing a single thing just to get it over that time, or just half-ass it. That's what happens now. It sucks.
Yeah, I think YouTube went through a lot of those changes where they added a rule, or it was some kind of new meta that people had to abide by to actually make a living. Which is kind of, I mean, I feel like that's just the way of the world, but you know, it does suck.
Do you think you'd ever go cave diving? You ever see anybody do that?
Like spelunking?
What's that?
I think it's just a word for cave diving.
Okay.
Like
I've heard the
underwater?
word, but I don't know. No.
No,
Oh, like crawling through caves?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, definitely not.
I would.
Were you like, so I've been in caves before, and I've been to like the point where like you need to like crouch and stuff, but I'm talking like where it's like 10 inches. That
Yeah,
you need
no,
to, like,
definitely
crawl through
not,
small
dude.
sections.
That's different, yeah.
No, I knew
Just
that.
like
I knew
exploring
that.
caves would be cool, but
Yeah.
I was
and I've done
I was
it.
telling Caleb about this a while ago. We were talking about claustrophobia or something similar. I was like, I don't have claustrophobia, but there's this scene in iCarly that always like just made me want to panic. And it's like he chases this little like chick into like an air vent, and Spencer like crawls into the air vent, and he can't turn around or anything. That would be like my fucking nightmare, dude.
Being in an air vent?
Just being stuck and not being able to like turn, because he had to get out. He had to have someone pull his legs, and like that just the idea of like being stuck in it. So like if you're in a cave,
Yeah.
like, that'd be terrifying. Like
Well,
just
there's a lot of
wedged.
people that have died.
Yeah,
doing
fuck
that.
that.
Yeah, I mean, you see
Yeah.
videos on the internet. They're just like wiggling through,
Yeah.
and they can like get their arm through, and they gotta like take a deep breath to like
Yeah.
get through. There's no way. I mean, that doesn't sound fun.
No, I just watched a video. There was 10 people who went cave diving, And then they got to a point where it was 10 inches by like 4 feet. So, 10 inches this way and then 4 feet horizontally. So they had to use their fingertips to crawl and like wiggle. So they were like clawing. They couldn't really like move like their arms very much. So it was mostly like their fingertips and like pushing off with their toes. And then they're supposed to be out by like midnight or so because there was like a bad storm coming and they have like a time limit for some reason. Or maybe they just set some sort of time limit. Right. Anyways, it ended up raining. So four people like went back. The cave ended up flooding. So 6 people died. And I there was one couple, they were married, and the husband stayed and the wife left because she's like, I can't do that. So 4 left and 6 died because of the cave flooded. Jeez. I don't think they recover those bodies usually either. I think they just usually leave them down there unless somebody pays to go, like, for somebody to get the body out.
What's the point? Is it just for like the thrill? Or
I
something?
guess thrill,
like,
but
it's definitely for the thrill.
For me, there would have to be some fucking nice gemstones on the other side or some shit.
That's true. Yeah,
I do not see
more darkness.
Any thrill. I don't see how anybody could see a thrill in that.
Well, the thrill that the cave could flood and we could all die.
Then like skydive or something.
Yeah, I don't know like, what it is either. I really don't know either. Because like, what if you mess up, and like, you should have like put your arm through first, but you didn't. So then you like wedge yourself in, and then you can't back up. And I mean, that's how people die, right?
Yeah.
It's just like
they get stuck.
There's got to be a way to like mess up like that bad. Yeah, no, I'm good. I do not want to do that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have claustrophobia, but when it comes to something like that, neither, I mean,
yeah,
that kind of does it for me.
Like
getting stuck in an air vent,
it's like hard to breathe.
At least that'd be easy to breathe. I would think.
I'd be fine in an air vent, I think.
I think so too. It depends how big the air vent is.
Yeah.
I guess if I'm like totally stuck and nobody knows where I'm at and I'm like dying from like heat being
the thing that you're talking about, like it's kind of similar is that he couldn't like he didn't have his arms out in front of or something. They were like tucked underneath.
Yeah.
So, but like where's legs hanging out?
Yeah.
I'd be fine with that because like if my body was like at the exit, if I was like half a mile underground and I'm in a half a mile long tube and I'm in the middle, then it's panic time. But an air vent, I think I'd be fine.
Didn't you say you were afraid of like being in like the open ocean and just seeing endless? Isn't that something that you said?
Yeah,
I could not be able to see the end. Like
probably.
Because you said because you're afraid of infinite, right? That's one of your fears, infinite.
Infinite. Why would that have to do with anything?
Well, because like it just goes infinitely.
What does
around you? I mean, it obviously doesn't. Like we know the sea doesn't. It has an end.
Oh, okay.
I just mean like you mentioned being afraid of being like on a boat and you just look around you and there's just nothing, no land or anything. Just
I think that's less of a fear now.
Why?
I don't know.
It's been like a few months.
Yeah, I don't know. I just sort of like came to terms with it. Maybe. I don't think it depends. Like if I'm stranded and there's no gas in there and like I'm stuck, I think that might be more of a fear now. Where it's like more like logical, less.
I think the other one was logical.
Based.
If you're in the middle of the ocean, you're looking to avoid. I feel like that's warrants some fear.
Yeah, I was thinking. Yeah, because like I was reading stories up about like people on like cruise ships and how like when it's like dark, all you can see is like the moon and you can't even see anything else. Or if there's no cloud, or if there's clouds and you can't see the moon, it's pitch black. You can't see anything, and so it's just like a dark void. I was like that's kind of like all the stories people told. I was like, holy fuck, like that's kind of what got me nervous about that. But now that I think about it, I don't know. I don't think I'd be as scared.
You said you'd be more scared if you were like stranded on an island?
No. I don't think I would be scared at all if I was stranded on an island.
I don't think
really.
I think most.
I mean, I would be like normally scared. Right. How like most people are. I'm not terrible. Yeah, I'm not saying like terrified. Yeah.
Yeah, you're like
where I like couldn't move and I'm like
your ship captain died and it's just you on this alone island. You're like, I can't even see the land from here. You're like looking out over the ocean. That's your biggest fear.
Well, that would fucking suck. That's not my biggest fear now.
Yeah, no, I know.
No, I think I was going through at that point in time possibly like an existential crisis, where it was like devoid or void of all things, if that made sense.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of, yeah.
Like infinity or lack thereof.
Right.
I mean, I think that makes sense. And I've come to terms with it to an extent.
I want to ask one of these questions that I asked that you guys are always like, I don't fucking know. But how long do you think you could survive on an island?
What depends?
Yeah,
Dude, it's the
that's
same
like-
fucking
do
thing.
you think you would
Is
know
there
what
food?
to do?
Is there
do you,
water?
Do you think
Is
you would
there-
know what to do? Like,
do I
where
have
to start?
tools?
What kind of island?
Like, it's got everything.
So it's a rainforest. We'll say a rainforest in South Africa. That
South Africa.
yeah, that got
Like
somehow,
an island.
Yeah. So I'm just imagining a rainforest,
Well, okay.
and there's no.
Actually, let me
there's no
turn
people.
Like the Madagascar island.
Say you have everything, all the basic needs. Like, say you have an easy way of getting food, you have an easy way of water. Like, what would you do to like try to get someone to you?
Okay,
Like
that's a
flag
completely
someone
different question.
down.
Yeah, like to try like
Oh, well, first
Or
of all,
fires.
if you're asking about surviving and I have food and water, I mean, till I die. Like,
But I mean, I'm asking, what would you do to like try to?
okay. I mean,
Yeah, like would you do like the classic like help out of logs or some shit?
yeah, probably.
Probably.
And
Fire,
then-
the
definitely
sand.
fire.
Yeah,
Definitely
and then
fire.
I'd
just
have
keep a
going
fire
all
going.
the time,
yeah, smoke signal all the time. I don't want to burn everything though. Again, it
Right.
depends how big the island is.
Yeah, right. Depends how big. The
But I'm
island
sure
is.
there's a lot of green shit, so you can just make smoke all day.
Do I have a house?
Yeah, you built it with your bare hands.
I was gonna say, is it like a shelter?
You
or
also
is
have
there like,
Wi-Fi too and a
is there-
phone.
Sick.
So pretty much
Sweet.
you're just like on a desert. It's really nice there.
Have you seen those phones that work literally anywhere in the world?
No.
And they've been a thing for
Sat
like
phone?
yeah,
Satellite phone? Yeah.
yeah. Did you know that was a thing?
No.
I didn't know it was a thing
Yeah.
until like, well, I mean, off and on, I guess I knew, but I never really like understood the significance of it and like how fucking cool it is.
Yeah.
Because like if I'm stranded in the middle of fucking nowhere, I'd have service to use,
Right.
and you could like build them into cars. Like my car has like a thing that I can pop out and put a satellite phone in.
Mm-hmm.
That's fucking sweet.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen them in movies. That's
Yeah.
pretty much how I know.
I'm pretty
about
sure
them,
they're
but-
just like stupid expensive,
Otherwise
like
it-
thousands of dollars, so nobody
Right,
has one.
yeah.
And there's no point. Like, why would I fucking have one? If my
Yeah, I
phone
mean, I
works
think,
everywhere?
like,
but
like the army uses them mostly.
makes sense, probably
sense,
because they're in remote areas.
Right.
Think they're
Obviously
expensive?
slow.
Probably.
Oh yeah, definitely. I would imagine at least $5,000.
My mommy makes me use a Ladybug phone. It only has home and 911.
I had one close like that.
Did you
It
really?
had 3 numbers and 911. Yeah.
No, I never had that. Fucking loser.
Yeah. Well, I didn't grow up with an iPad like you.
I didn't have an iPad. I had a sat phone.
Did you?
Yeah.
That'd be fucking sweet.
Even
I'm pretty
more.
sure they're just fucking bricks, dude. Like they don't
That's-
do
that's why
much.
I'm
They
at-
just call. And
Yeah, when you
shit,
say
like,
it, I imagine just like just a solid like silver brick of just.
yeah, that'd be sweet. Like legitimate silver, just like a fucking.
Do you ever have a
like
rotary
something-
phone growing up?
No, but I do have one
Oh, really?
that's not hooked up or never was.
Yeah. Yeah. Same with us.
Yeah,
I
I
would
don't
play
think
with
we're
it.
old enough for that.
Well,
To like use it,
to use it. What do you mean?
barely. Like yeah, we could plug it in, but
Like
like
it wouldn't work.
no, it would work. It would still work today, as long as you have like a whatever it's called, like a LAN cable or whatever the fuck that
The
is. where you-
landline thing.
Yeah,
Yeah. You still have a landline?
I have a landline. Do I have a landline
A phone?
Like a
operational?
phone.
No,
Yeah.
I don't think it's operational. No.
Does anybody?
Took our- Well, my dad does.
Some
for
people
his
do.
business.
I wonder why we, because we had one in my old house, but we eventually got rid of it. I wonder why.
Why
Like,
we got rid of
obviously-
it?
Yeah, like obviously we don't need it, but like
Right.
it's good to have, I guess. You know.
I
My
ca-
parents didn't like
might
it because
come
we got
back.
spam calls all the time.
Yeah, us too.
Well, I get spam calls on my phone all the time, so. But I guess you can't like look caller ID and shit.
I feel like once,
Or is
like,
that caller
if
ID?
we go to war and they EMP us, we're like fucked. And I'm pretty sure a landline would still work. I don't see why it wouldn't.
Right.
Maybe
It's
it
just because it's hardwired, right?
would. Yeah.
How do you
it's-
EMP a whole nation though?
You would need multiple, but like you can do a pretty extensive amount of
Really?
damage with one. Yeah, I think you'd do like
What do you think the square
3
mile? is?
states.
What?
Yeah, it's like a
Really?
lot. I'm pretty sure you don't need much.
Did you see that picture of Tom Brady with his like teenage son like sitting on his lap?
Yeah, dude. Tom Brady's
Yeah,
kind of weird.
He's a little
That's
strange.
weird.
Yeah.
He's a little too close.
I mean,
to
you
his
guys,
son.
you guys have seen the video where
Yeah, where
he's
he's
like getting a
like-
massage.
Get a massage?
Yeah, no, he's getting a massage from someone else, not his kid.
Was this like
And No, he's getting
on
a
one of those
massage,
special
and
sites?
no,
Oh,
it was
okay.
Tom Brady, and
10 hours
his
of
kid.
Tom Brady getting a massage.
There is loops of it. No,
No, dude.
no, his kid comes
The
in
dude
and he's
in between.
like, "Can I use my iPad or something?" And he's like, "It'll cost you." The kid comes over, like, gives him like a kiss on the lips, and then he starts walking away. He's like, "What was that?" He's like, "That was just a peck." And then he comes back and like gives him a longer kiss, and then he's like, "Okay, good.
That has to be fake.
I'll show you right now."
So-
Dude, it has to be fake.
standings.
I was wondering if I could check my fantasy team.
What do I get?
No, Jack, everything comes at a cost, bud.
That was like a peck.
The second kiss shared by father and son prompted tweets from viewers using words like very disturbing and uncomfortably long. So we asked New Yorkers what they thought.
I'm a little uncomfortable.
I'm a little... Dude, that was
It's
fucking
a strange,
weird.
right? It's, I mean,
What do I get?
I'm not gonna like condemn him for like showing affection to his son or anything, but like it's
Yeah,
a
but
little
that
strange.
that was a lot, dude.
Yeah.
A little strange.
Oh, yeah, no.
Oh, yeah. No, I just meant like we should do something close to that.
Like reacting to something?
Kind of.
I mean,
Because
we-
that one was a little outlandish. That's what we just did here. That was fucked up.
Yeah.
Well, that was like a big thing.
That was weird, dude.
I wonder how that started. I wonder if, like, he, like, groomed his kid into doing that. You could tell his kid was kind of uncomfortable, though.
Yeah.
Like,
He's definitely like,
Well, I feel
Alright.
like it was more like a dad.
yeah.
You know,
He might just be used to it, which is grooming.
Probably
It
is.
very fucking weird.
is it? I mean, I think
Is it?
grooming. There's like an intention, like an angle.
Yeah, true. And maybe he's
I don't
not,
think. I
but
think
at the
he's just
same
like,
time-
this is how a family does it. You know.
Yeah, I want
Kiss each
to
other on the
see
lips.
Tom Brady's dad. I want to see their videos.
Do you think he still makes out with his dad, Tom Brady?
Yes,
that's
probably.
alive.
Yeah. No, yeah, probably. I've seen grown men kiss their like old dads on the lips. It's just how it's like. I don't know what it is. I
They
don't
say
know.
white people have no culture.
I think it's like
That's culture.
an Italian thing.
That's
Definitely
Dude,
not
I
on
don't think it's an Italian thing.
That's a,
I think it
That's-
is.
that's
Or
definitely
it's like a
cheeky thing.
European thing. What?
They kiss on the cheeks.
A what?
Well, I think that's
Yeah,
more France.
it's some
way.
French maybe.
Yeah.
Some European thing.
Yeah.
They kiss on the cheeks, though. They don't kiss each other straight on the lips, let alone to their son.
Well, I'm
I just
sure
find it
some of them
weird.
do. Just like some Americans.
What do you
kiss
think
each
is
other
like
on
the
cheeks.
age that you like stop kissing your son?
On the
I don't
lips.
think you ever do it.
No, but like
If
I'm
you
not.
do.
If my son's like 20, I'm not gonna kiss him on the forehead and be like, "I love you so much." Blah, blah, blah.
Oh,
No, right. You kiss them on the lips because you're a good dad.
Right.
right.
Yeah.
I think probably when he hits like 13, you can stop kissing him on the forehead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess. I guess.
It's
I don't
like
know.
10 or 11.
Yeah.
Because that's like once you're getting to middle school.
Yeah, once he starts hanging out with his friends and stuff and like playing sports,
Yeah.
like you don't have
You're
to
starting
be
to get
doing
into
all that.
cliques and stuff. Yeah.
Imagine how much like that kid's definitely getting bullied now from his friends for kissing his dad on the lips
Probably.
on TV.
Probably. He probably goes to a private school and like no one messes with him because his dad's Tom Brady.
That's true.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, good point.
All right, satellite phones are
Like $5,000.
it ranges.
Am I close?
Look like vapes.
Uh,
First one looks like a vape.
this one's $400.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
Satellite communicator, GPS. I mean, I don't know if they like vary from like how well they work because this one's 2,600.
I was thinking they were like way more expensive.
But this
I mean,
one's
still that's
this one's
expensive, but-
intrinsically safe smartphone. I don't know what that means. Maybe you can't get hacked. This one's 1,400.
I guess you
One's
still have to get
300.
like a plan, right, or something. Like, does it just work?
I don't know.
That's kind of like how walkie-talkies are, aren't they? Like they just kind of.
I mean, they work between like signal channeling, but they're only like 300 feet plus away.
Would an
or
EMP
something.
fuck that up?
Walkie-talkies?
Yeah.
Probably.
This one's $46,000. Why?
I bet that one works like everywhere.
I
I bet.
I
There's,
would
like,
hope they all
different-
do.
Underwater.
Fastest and easiest deploy high-speed satellite terminal on the market. Plug and play. I mean,
That's some like VIP shit though.
yeah. Why the fuck?
They have that in their office in case they get like.
Yeah, they have it in their underground bunker.
Yeah.
Well, would it work in an underground bunker?
Why wouldn't it?
I don't know.
Could work anywhere.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, but if you can't like get the
you
signal
can't-
through,
Yeah.
Are they connected to other like all phones or just other sat phones?
this is a suitcase, by the way.
Oh, I just assumed you'd be able to
Call
call
anyone,
and
right?
no, I guess not.
Other
That's
other
a good
sat
point.
phones.
No, I don't know. You'd be able to like connect to like certain things. I feel like certain radio towers or and like ping off a say radio tower. Maybe you're just able to like ping your location in certain areas. So people are like, "What the fuck is this thing doing out there?"
No, with a satellite phone, you can call and connect to any number, both landline and cellular.
Like anywhere?
Yep.
Wow.
Caleb's so smart.
So did you ever think about like
I'm basically
radio
ignorant.
waves from like, so imagine like a radio wave being sent out like the 1950s, right? Did you ever think that like that radio wave never dissipates and it's just like 73 years away?
Like into space?
Yeah.
Do they?
No.
Apparently.
That's kind of cool.
I
man.
watched like an older video of them talking about radio waves, and they were like, hey, so say like you watched this, 10 years ago, like would this be like if we could, go out into space 10 years, would we see this? And the guy's like, yes, absolutely.
Really?
He's like, so people were commenting like, oh, like imagine like Martians being like 100 light years away and them like being like, well, can't wait for season 3 of blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. I feel like no, there's no way. I think it would just end.
Yeah.
Radio waves aren't
I feel like there'd be
eternal.
stuff that like radiation waves from stars that like would
It
interfere
would just
with it.
dissipate. It
You know?
has to. I think everything dissipates, including.
I
'cause
mean,
I think radio, like
if you're just
radiation.
speculating, then
Yeah,
we have
might
no
as well
idea.
Look it up.
do radio waves disappear?
They definitely.
What kind
they
of
have to.
What do satellites reflect? That's not radio waves, is it?
I think they can reflect different types of waves.
I always thought that's fucking nuts.
Wait,
Satellites.
where'd you hear that from?
It was on a YouTube video, but it was also back in like. No, it's from like some professor or something, but it was also from like.
It says after
1980s.
seconds, a radio wave is completely dissipated.
Well, there we go. See, imagine if it didn't though.
I mean, they travel, but they just get weaker. Apparently, I mean, I guess that makes sense because if like you can't listen to a radio station that's in like Florida, it just won't work.
Well, if you have like Sirius XM.
That's not.
It's different.
It's called XM for a reason.
That's true. Although I listened to a radio station in Tennessee.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that might be different too. But like, if you were to listen to a radio station from like the town over, like it's not like clear, you know?
Yeah. Anyways, do you see Mr. Beast cured 1,000 people's blindness?
Yeah.
It's pretty good shit.
Yeah, it's also like kind of
Oh,
it's
dude,
messed
one of
up.
those.
No, it's fine that it's a good thing that he did, but like it's fucked up that
That
it's
it's
like
possible.
a 10,000 what? Yeah, that it's possible and like there's so many people that could get it done.
Oh yeah.
Like people are just walking around blind and like a 10-minute procedure could fix it.
Yeah, what did they say in the video? They talk about like it's either 50% or greater of the blind population could easily get it fixed.
Mm-hmm.
And he did look at that. Like imagine that.
Yeah.
That's life-changing.
Yeah, we are the richest third world country. Like it's really sad.
Well, he did help other countries as well.
Yeah.
That's like a world
Yeah,
statistic
and there
about,
was like
the
fucking
50%.
like actual third world countries and then America's just right there with them.
Yeah, it's probably most expensive here too, I would imagine.
Probably.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's also like not that expensive. Like it's expensive for like a 10-minute surgery, but like the
Do you
government
know
can,
how much it costs? Do you have any idea?
I think it was
I
like
don't.
$6,000 to $10,000.
That's what I imagined. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
still
from curing your
that's expensive.
blindness. That sounds fucking
Yeah,
Sounds like a
Definitely
good
worth
price
but
it.
yeah,
tag.
but like
For sure.
people can't. Some people just can't afford that, you know.
right, but
Definitely.
definitely reasonable for
Yeah.
gaining sight. I mean, that
Definitely,
would change
yeah.
your life.
Yeah. Even like if you think about it as like a capitalist viewpoint, like those people can't work because they're blind. So like cure their blindness so they can go to work and then you'll make your money back through taxes. Like it's pretty simple if you think about it. But America just refuses to do that because I don't know why I mean, obviously there's definitely evil intentions, but keep the poor people poor.
Yeah. I don't know. I was talking to somebody recently, and I think, and I'm pretty sure I've talked to you guys about it, but yeah, I mean, I think, like you just said, keep the poor people poor, but I think eventually there's just going to be too much of a divide, and I think it's already happening between the poor and the rich, because people are like, there was a video of Elon Musk, and he invited like Justin Bieber to his private jet. Justin Bieber showed up with 10 people, and he was only allowed like 5 or something. Showed up with 10, and he's like, the pilot came out. It's like, I can't take all these people. Like, I don't know what to do. And Elon's like, don't worry. Called his brother. His brother drove his flew his private jet to the airport and was like, I got you guys. And he was like talking about how big of a problem it was. It's like a non-story. Everybody's like, that's like your fucking problem.
Yeah, it's rich people problem.
So like as like that divide gets bigger and as they start, oh, I didn't have enough room on this private jet, I had to get another one. Oh, wow. That's a huge problem.
I had
As
to
they
call
start
my
talking
brother.
about that shit,
He had
yeah.
to bring his jet over.
As they start talking about that shit more and more, everybody's going to get like fed up with it. I don't know if there will be like anything that happens from it, but
I think people are already pretty fed up with it.
I think, I mean,
But like, there's gonna be
I don't know
rich
if
people like
anything-
that's
yeah.
kind of, they just need to be like taxed. I mean, they need to like spread the
it's like impossible.
wealth.
They constantly try to like tax the rich, but it's like the rich get away with like
Well,
manipulating
yeah.
their taxes. And I mean, that's probably why they stay rich, but it's crazy.
Well, even like giant companies like Amazon, they need to be, they just like they don't pay like any taxes.
Yeah.
But also on like the blindness thing, like the fix is universal healthcare, but like there's obviously gonna be people that oppose that. So
You mean like how they do it in like United Kingdom and stuff?
yeah, like if you need to go to the doctor, you're not gonna like, and you need to get like medication or like even like stuff like insulin. Who people are paying like $1,000 to keep their kids alive. Like that should not be happening.
I definitely think it's fucked up in the United States. I think we could have
Like if
better-
you're sick in like the UK, you can just go to the doctor, or like if you have something wrong with you, go to the doctor and it's free. You don't have to like pay $500.
I think the issue with it is that you're pretty much in a queue, so it could take you a long time before you ever actually go in for what you want to go in for. It's free, but you're waiting a long time.
that was their problem in the UK. See, but I don't think if your child that was just born, this lady recently had twins, and one needed to stay in the ICU for 29 days, one needed to stay for 31 days, and then it came out without health insurance. It was $1.7 million. It's like, holy fuck.
Yeah.
For like a month. I understand like there's costs for everything. And if you get a breakdown, it's going to be like, oh, we gave your child Motrin, $800. And it's like, dude, I could feed like the entire United States with $800 of
Yeah.
Motrin. It's like,
I think they also like hospitals overcharge you on a lot of stuff
Yeah,
like
they
all
do.
the time.
that's why like if you end up having to pay out of pocket or something, like you need to be like, can I get a breakdown?
Yeah, yeah.
Now, if you don't have health insurance, you're fucked. Regardless.
Oh, definitely,
Like
yeah.
you need health insurance.
Yeah.
I don't know how some people survive without it, but still, though, I mean, even with insurance, shit's still expensive.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, insurance doesn't cover everything.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm never getting old. You know what I mean?
Just gonna die young.
No, I'm not gonna die.
Just gonna
I just don't feel like it.
will it.
Do you think in our lifetime we'll see the age expectancy go up? Because it was going up. I think it was like 83, and now it's back down to like 81 or 82. Do you think we'll see it go back up to like over 100? Like on average?
No, I think it'll stay.
You think it'll stay?
Yeah, because people can live now as long as they can if they're like healthy, and then there's always gonna be people that die young. So I feel like we've reached the average,
So you don't think...
unless like medical technology becomes so advanced where it's like if you get sick, like there's no way like you're getting cured.
That's what I'm thinking. Like we might find that because I mean a lot of people are dying from like lack of donors, like for different like organ transplants and stuff like that. But do you think like we'll see like artificial? I mean we already see artificial stuff, but I think it comes down to maybe like an ethical standpoint. But you don't think we will? Like you think it'll say in like the next 60 years? You think the age
60?
expectancy will be like the same?
Like I said, I mean, if we start curing like every illness, it'll probably go up by like 5 or 10 years. But you're not gonna like avoid accidents and like if a guy has a heart attack, like a random heart attack at his house, and then people find him 3 days later, like you're not bringing him back to life, you know?
Right.
So but the people are obviously gonna die young still, no matter what. But I guess like it could happen, like just saving more lives. People get older
I think
inevitably.
I mean, like building off of that, I think like accidents are obviously going to happen. There's no way around that.
Right.
But I do think what they're trying to do is a lot more preventative medicine. So like preventative maintenance for a lot of people, so that they see a heart attack coming 3 years in advance, so that
That's
they
what I
can
was thinking.
Right.
change.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, they're already starting to do that.
You think our bodies will like evolve to like fight back against stuff like that, like heart attacks or like anything invasive that's like spontaneous that could happen to us? You think there's a way that our bodies will evolve, like our immune
I was
systems?
gonna say,
or
you mean
something?
like evolution?
Yeah.
Not for thousands of years, but possibly.
Like, do you think?
But I think like, because heart conditions like run in families, I don't think that'll really ever go away.
I think we're gonna become too advanced for evolution to happen in that way. Like, I think we already have like
we don't have to-
nanobots that can be
Right.
introduced into the body, and since we're like, oh, we have this,
We rely on
I-
medication and stuff
exactly.
too much.
I don't think we'll evolve to
There
that.
might come to a point where, like the government just hands out vitamins. Like or it's even like on the shelves. There's like vitamins like take these, you won't have a heart attack. Take these, you'll
That's
never get
exactly-
cancer.
that's what I was
Stuff
thinking,
like
yeah.
that. I mean, that'll be like forever. And like, honestly, is that even possible?
That'd be like
Probably
after like
not.
a revolution or some shit.
Yeah.
The government does not want us to stay alive. I feel like for thousands of years,
What?
hundreds of years.
Oh, like us, like individuals.
Like yeah, anybody. Yeah. You think like the government will like,
Well, like,
they
people are-
make so much money off of like cancer. They make so much money off of like all this
oh,
stuff.
oh, yeah,
At
yeah,
least in the
yeah.
United States. I'm not speaking for any other country. I'm just speaking for United States in general.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, definitely they do. They
Like
do.
big pharma. Like I do think we could do like a better job with like obviously medicine, obviously healthcare.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't think there's a push for it because people are making so much money.
Right. Yeah, they definitely profit off like disease and stuff. I mean, there's always gonna be a market for that, you know.
Right. And say there wasn't. Do you think these would already be on the shelf?
I don't know. Like I said, I don't even know if they're like possible. Like, is there a vitamin you can take that'll prevent cancer?
Vitamin K.
But like fully, like you're not
No.
gonna take vitamin K and like
No, but it prevents like 80%.
yeah.
It's pretty remarkable.
Well,
It's
then
like
if
a
that's
newer
the case,
study.
then maybe there
And
is
it can
like
be
a
made
refined
from corn.
corn.
So it's not completely useless.
Corn.
Yeah.
It could be
No-
made into fuel as well.
No nutrition or anything.
Ethanol. Yeah.
but
Yeah, I guess it doesn't have any nutritional value, does it?
No, and it also just comes out the other end. Just
It has a piece of corn. It
True, we
does,
can't even
yeah.
digest it. Is it? It does have vitamin K in it though.
Yeah, it can be made into vitamin K.
Oh, so it doesn't even like naturally have it.
I don't think so.
That's weird.
No, I think it needs synthesized.
So why do? I mean, I guess they use corn for like everything though. Like there's cornstarch in everything. So I was just about to ask, like,
What
why
is
do
the
they even
difference
grow
between
corn?
corn and cornstarch?
or corn syrup.
Corn syrup isn't definitely in everything. I don't know. I
I
think
mean, I imagine they just like, sure, it's like some like baking process with
Just like
different
maple
mixes
syrup
and shit.
with like ground up corn.
What?
corn is rich in vitamin C.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, at least it's good for something. See, so it has something.
I'm not talking shit. I fucking love corn.
No, I know.
It's like my favorite side, dude.
Yeah, why are you dogging corn?
Dude, is it your
Cheesy
side, huh?
scallop potatoes,
Ooh.
a nice honey glazed ham, or brown cinnamon, or cinnamon sugar or whatever, and then corn, dude, buttercorn, or cream
like,
corn. Oh, cream corn.
Corn on the cob?
No,
I
no.
like corn on the cob better.
I like eating it off the cob, but something it gets in your teeth a lot.
Yeah,
when
that's
you do it
true.
that way. Especially because I'm like a fucking animal, dude. I'm just going as fast as
Just
I can. on
munching it down.
There's no good way to do it. There's no way to not look primal when you're eating a corn on the cob. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there is.
It's like
No, you don't
gnawing-
eat it sideways.
It's like gnawing on a bone.
No, you eat it like this. You can't look primal
Oh,
eating it like
right.
that. Do you ever think how there's like everything like is in the cloud pretty much? Like, I wonder what point in time everything started to kind of be like recorded. Like, do you think like from like the dawn of computer age, everything was kind of being like recorded, or do you think like now like all your searches
Well,
are probably saved somewhere?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, I don't think like since the dawn of computers, but like ever since like camera phones were easily accessible. Although I don't think everyone like nowadays, if something happens, there's phones recording it.
Yeah, true.
I don't do that though, unless like something really wild's happening and like I'm not part of it. Like then I'll maybe record it, but I just don't care.
No, I don't even mean that. I just mean like, like everything you search, everything you look up, every picture you take, every
documented, you
text
mean.
you sent. Yeah, it's like all documented. It's weird.
Yeah.
But do you think like
Yeah, I guess.
do you think like it started ever since like cameras were a thing, like iPhone cameras, Samsung camera,
like you think like
cameras.
everything's been documented or like
Yeah,
put
like
somewhere?
like you.
I don't think
it's not
so.
a paper trail, but like yeah, you have like a paper trail of stuff. Like and it's
Yeah.
harder to get rid of those things online.
I think maybe text messages, but like I don't know, why would they that's like so much data that they'd have to like store. Like why would they like save a message between like me and you where it's just like we're just like fucking around just like talking about bullshit.
Well, like I don't think it's like them saving it, but like say like on your computer, like 2 years ago, you searched something, you deleted your history, you murder somebody, and they get a hold of this.
Oh, okay,
It's,
okay.
it's only
So-
used if you're like a suspect. or
Yeah,
something.
like I'm not saying like they keep everything in the cloud, but like they're able to access it somehow, some way.
Yeah.
Even though you deleted it, like I feel like there's just like a trail somehow. Isn't
yeah,
it like
maybe. I don't know if they
I feel like local
guess so.
files, like if you're saving a file from like Microsoft Word or something onto your computer, like I don't think stuff like that will ever get to a point where it's automatically saved to the cloud. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know, but because you can like manually save stuff just to your device and that's it. And if your device is destroyed, then all those files are gone for good. You can't get them back. But unless they're like secretly doing it, like it's secretly saving everything you make.
Yeah.
Any changes to a drive.
I don't know why, but this kind of like reminded me of, like the whole Brian Koberger thing. Do you think we're ever gonna have another like serial killer?
What is the Brian Koberger thing?
Oh, you never heard?
No.
Oh, you haven't either? The Idaho murderer?
I don't think so.
Dude, look it up. Are you kidding me?
Oh, if only you could tell us about it.
No, I will. You have to look it up though.
Well,
This,
yeah, start,
Here,
yeah, start
this
I
dude
should
was
probably
a
do it.
no. It's crazy. This dude was a criminal law TA, so teaching assistant. He was going for his PhD, right? And he lived like 10 minutes away from the college.
Oh, the
or something.
BTK killer. Wait, studied under expert on serial killer. Oh, never mind.
No, it's Brian Koberger.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
type in like Brian Koberger or
Yeah, I
Idaho
see it,
murder
yeah.
or something. But he killed 4 people, and there was like 6 or 7 people in the house, and a dog. He like broke in. It took him like 10 minutes. He used a fucking blade. I believe he bought off like fucking Amazon or some shit, and he stabbed them all.
Jesus.
But then he like went to class the next day. I'm pretty sure. Like nothing happened. He brought his so not only is he a criminal law fucking TA, like studying this to be a fucking professor in it, but he would send like letters to people that were like on like death row for murders and shit, and he'd be like, "So what was going through your mind when like this happened? Like what were you thinking? Blah blah blah." And I think he wanted to get like more like into like the mind of like a serial killer or a killer in general and understand it to the point where he went and killed 4 people in one night.
Yeah. It was just a random. It was random killing too, right?
I'm pretty sure they were his students.
Oh shit.
I'm pretty sure he knew who they were. I'm pretty sure there was some little connection, and then he ended up driving with his dad the whole way back to Pennsylvania.
I think there was a connection. It says he was a criminal justice PhD candidate who studied under a leading expert on the serial killer, Dennis Rader, also known as the BTK killer. And so I don't know if he got like inspired or something, or was interested in that kind of stuff, and then he snuck into a home of co-eds and attacked all 4 of them in their sleep.
But there were 6 people in the house. There's more than just 4.
Yeah, 2 other women on the bottom floor were not attacked.
How did they not hear him killing 4 people with a giant fucking knife?
Well, if they were in the sleep, it depends.
She said she heard talking, but she didn't hear somebody getting killed.
He might have been talking to him like as he killed him. Because like if you stab him in the throat, they're not gonna talk.
I don't know where he stabbed them at.
I don't know what his process was, but
But do you think we'll ever see like another serial killer? Or do you
Yeah.
think like technology's too good?
no, definitely. There's always
think?
gonna be people that have urges like that. Yeah.
Yeah. No, for sure. But like a serial killer that will go for like 10, 15,
Oh.
20 years. Like we've had that in the past. I don't think we'll see that again.
Right.
That will. What do you mean go for 15, 20 years?
That's what a serial killer is. Somebody who continues to kill for a certain reason for a certain group of people. Like Jeffrey Dahmer, he only killed like certain people when like yes, he got the urges and shit, but he only killed like I believe gay men.
People he's attracted.
So that's like
to.
a serial killer.
Yeah.
Wasn't it people he was attracted to?
Yeah. It was generally men, And then it was I mean, he just went to gay clubs because it was easier, I think.
Yeah. Were they all? I think all of them were gay except for the one, his first one.
Right.
Well, if he went to gay clubs, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But
It's easier to lure them in.
yeah, I would consider that a serial killer because there's like an instinctual reason or like a classified
obsession.
reason. Yeah, exactly. So I don't know if we'll ever see one again.
I think we will. I mean, there probably are. We just don't know about them because they're not stupid. Maybe
They haven't slipped
But
up
they
yet.
want some sort of like notoriety. Like they want to be known. I feel like Brian Koberger wanted to
Right.
be known. He was
Yeah.
like posting on sites like
Sure.
it. Like somebody was like, "Oh, like how like this could like how do you kill 4 people? Like that had to have taken at least 20 minutes." He commented under it and was like, "It was actually 10 minutes." He like said all this like shit that wasn't like released yet from like the report that the police were like was doing, like before it was released. So like nobody would have known this, and he was like releasing it, kind of trying to like I believe be like, yeah, I did this. But he was stupid as fuck. He drove his own car, took his phone with him, or actually he shut his phone off. Still had his phone on like with him, but shut it off 30 minutes before and then turned it on 30 minutes after. It's like, dude, you're studying this. How are you this bad
Right.
at it?
Yeah. Huh.
He has like a Walmart receipt that had maybe he bought it from Walmart, but he had a Walmart receipt that like had like
Kitchen
a
knife
knife
stuff.
and yeah, and like a pair of pants.
It sounds like he like wanted to be caught or something.
But why would you want to be caught?
He's
Just for like
teaching
the
a lesson to
Because
his
I mean,
criminology
maybe
students.
maybe you just know you're gonna get caught eventually, anyways, and just like I just want to do this one thing.
I just want
and
to
then-
kill. Oh man, that's pretty fucked up.
Yeah,
What
but
do you
he
think has
definitely didn't
happened
show
to
like
the
any
person?
remorse or anything. So
Oh no, not at all.
yeah, that's a strange case. I don't